Hello everyone, welcome to Sam IELTS YouTube channel. How are you all? I hope that you're all fine and seriously preparing for the IELTS exam. Today's topic, I'm going to deal with 25 phrasal verbs. Well, the huge difference between the native speaker and the non-native speaker is the usage of the phrasal verbs as well as the idioms and fillers. So here, I'm going to break down 25 phrasal verbs with the meaning so that you can actually make a note of these phrasal verbs in your vocabulary journal and thereby you start practicing daily. With this note, I'm going to deep dive into today's session. The first word that I'm going to discuss here is the piece of cake. What do you mean by piece of cake? Easy. The exam was a piece of cake for me. Piece of cake. The second phrasal verb that I'm going to discuss here is that under the weather. Under the weather, which means feeling ill or sad. Last Sunday, I was under the weather. I was under the weather. Use these kind of phrasal verbs in your regular daily conversation so that your English will be enhanced multifolded. If you really use these phrasal verbs with your seniors or with your colleagues, then for sure your thing will be enhanced. Alright, what is the next phrasal verb that I am going to discuss here? The next phrasal verb is that lose one's marbles. Lose one's marbles, which means you are being crazy. She lost her marbles when she was under a problem. So the thing is that she went crazy to go bananas. Again, the same thing, went crazy. My boss went bananas, which means he was crazy at that time. Clear? Alright, the next phrasal verb that I am going to discuss here is that all ears. All ears, which means I am listening actively. Are you listening to me? I am all ears, which means E-A-R-S, ears, which means I am listening actively to your words. Please come on, proceed. That is the meaning. Are you clear with this? Alright, let's move on to the next phrasal verb. Hit the sack. Hit the sack. Go to bed. I want to hit the sack immediately, which means I want to go to bed immediately. Clear? Alright, the next phrasal verb, butterflies in one's stomach. Butterflies in one's stomach, which means you found something very nervous when you are in the exam hall or when you are in an interview, wherever it is. I had my butterflies in my stomach when I was in the exam hall. When I was in the exam hall, use the tense carefully. Clear? Alright, the next phrasal verb that I am going to discuss here is that look around. Look around. What do you mean by look around? Look around in the sense asking the same questions to a multiple persons. There are some people like that who will ask the same question again and again, but not to you, to some other people, which means they are trying to find the view. Clear? To look around. Clear? Give up. Give up means to stop trying, give up. Why do you give up? I will not give up until I found my way. Give up is something which is losing the way, I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to stop. I'm fed up. That's the thing. So, you never give up in your life. Whatever it may be. If you really want to go abroad, you have to attend the IELTS. You never give up on your IELTS exam. Clear? Alright. The next phrasal verb that I'm going to give you is that hold up. Hold up means delay. Delay. Yeah. I was on hold up, though I want to go earlier. I was in a delay. Clear? Alright. Cut up. Cut up. C-U-T. Cut up. Very distressed. Distressed means stress. I was in a very cut up when I want to attend an exam. Cut up. Clear? The next word that I am going to tell you is that fed up. Tired of something. Fed up. Though I tried again and again, I was fed up due to the exam. Fed up means tried something again and again, but still you are not able to find out the result. That is called as a fed up. The next word that I'm going to give you is that call up. Call up. Contact someone by phone. If someone called you and you didn't pick up the phone, what do? You again call them up, right? That is called as call up. I call up you yesterday after I saw your call. Call up. Clear? The next word that I'm going to give you is that fill up. To completely fill. I want to fill up the bottle. Fill up completely until the neck of the bottle. I want to fill up water till the neck of my bottle. That is called as a fill up. Clear? Alright. The next word that I am going to discuss you here is that clean up. Clean up. This word we hear very often. Clean up means remove the dirt. Clean up your room. Yesterday I cleaned up my room. Clean up. Clear? Use these kind of phrasal verbs so that your English conversations will be enhanced. When you want to speak to a native speaker or a non-native proficient speaker, then you need to use these kind of words. These kind of words will come automatically through practice. Without practice, you cannot retain or you cannot remember these words until or unless if you use these words in the conversation. So what to do for that? You probably find a mentor. There are few more words that I want to discuss you here is that grow up. Grow up, which means mature. To become mature. My elder girl grow up, which means the thing is that from the childhood she is becoming teenager now. So the thing is that grow up. The next word that I am going to discuss you is that get up. Get up, which means arrangement of dress. Unusual one. The thing is that get up in the sense it is not getting up early or something like that. It is just the arrangement. I want to get up for my party, which means I want to dress up for my party. Clear? The next thing is that to ask around. To ask around, which means to ask many people the same question. Clear? The next word that I am going to give you here is that to come across. To come across. To find unexpectedly. When I was on the road, I come across by the shop. I come across. The next word that I am going to give you is that to stumble upon. To stumble upon, which means I found by an accident. When I was on the road last week, I was stumbled upon by this beautiful paper art. So stumble upon. Clear? The next word that I am going to discuss you is that to drop by. To drop by. When I was on the road, I dropped by to my friend's house, which means visiting unexpectedly without any prior notice or intimation. I dropped by with my friend. Clear? Yes, this is the thing that you need to do. Alright, the next thing that I am going to discuss you is that to figure out. What do you mean by to figure out? To figure out a solution. When you have some problem, you need to figure it out. You need to find the solution. So the thing is that I want to figure out a solution for this issue. So figure out. Clear? The next word that I am going to discuss you here is that to run by. I am going to run by the thoughts. Run by the thoughts means thinking over. I am going to run by and figure out a proper solution for this issue. Run by the thoughts. Clear? The next word that I am going to discuss you is that mulling over. Mulling over. M-U-L-L-I-N-G. Mulling. Mulling means thinking. That's all. So the thing is that last week I was mulling over on this topic. Last week I was mulling over on this topic, which means I was thinking over. Clear? Mulling over. Clear? The next word that I am going to discuss you is that to think over. What do you mean by think over? To consider. Think over. To consider. So I want to tell you that before doing anything you need to think over. Before taking any action you need to think over twice. If you want to go to abroad, you need to attend the IELTS exam. So you need to think over. Clear? Yeah. That is a word that you need to use. To write up. Write up is the rough draft. When you want to write an essay, just for example, consider. First of all, what you will do? You will just do the rough draft, which is called as the write-up. The write-up will have a lot of corrections. Either it may be spelling or it may be grammar, whatever it may be. So it is called as the write-up. So use this word write-up when you are preparing an assignment or a presentation in your office or in your college. Use the word write-up. The last but not least, to zero on in. What do you mean by zero? To zero on in, which means to focus. When I was preparing my video, I was in my zero on in, which means I was having the full focus and attention towards it. And thereby I will not do any mistakes. So when you want to do the preparation for the IELTS, you need to be focused. You need to be dedicated. Thereby you will clear the IELTS exam. So if you are a rural student, else you want to clear this exam, then it is not a rocket science. IELTS is the International English Language Test System, where you need to clear the IELTS exam, and this is the mandatory document that you need to submit along with your documents. If you have the idea, please visit www.samielts.in, and here we have expert tutors with a simplified methods. Thereby you can clear this exam very easily. To book a free demo, you can WhatsApp to the number 90431408444. Thank you for watching this video till the very end. I found this video is really helpful to you. Please use all these words and write all these words in the vocabulary journal so that it can help you a lot. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel. Always share this video to the rural students who are really struggling hard to clear the IELTS exam, or the people who really want to learn the English fluently for their profession. Thank you.